Welcome back, and by popular demand, today's video is going to be on how to tap strafe on controller. For those on console, I am sorry to say, but this is not going to work for you as far as I'm aware of. PC controller players though, all about complaining M&K players tap strafe this, tap strafe that. Well, I have the solution to your problem. Today I will discuss everything you need to know how to get tap strafing on your controller. So before we get into today's video, if this helps and you enjoyed, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe for future content.
I got tattoos on my face, I use that shit as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself.
Alright, so to start with, you will have to download Steam and install Apex. This will not work if you stay on Origin. So once you have Apex downloaded on Steam, what we want to do is go over to Steam itself, and we want to go to Apex within our game library and have Apex Steam menu here. So once we're in the Steam menu, you're going to want to have your controller connected to your PC. So one way to check that your controller is being picked up properly through Steam, go to settings, go to properties. Within properties, go to controller, and from controller you will see Steam input status, Xbox controller, or if you're on PlayStation, this will work for you too. Just make sure it's enabled and has general settings here. Say that it doesn't show up here, you will want to go into this controller general settings. And from controller general settings, you'll be able to find, you should be able to find whatever controller you're using and have it detected. And you want to select, say you're using Xbox, I use an Xbox Elite 2 controller, I'll have an Xbox configuration support. And so with that, we'll go back and then we can close out of this. So now that we're back here at the Apex menu, we're sure that our controller, we have full controller support. You'll have the little icon up here. And for Apex, we'll go to controller configuration. So this is where the magic is. So in controller configuration, you're going to have obviously your button in your button layout designed to whatever you have going on. And so the big thing with using this is I use paddles. And so for example, what I have my D-pad, I have left on my D-pad here to my tap strafe left, and then down on my D-pad I have to my tap strafe right. So on my left paddle here, my bottom left paddle here, I have that as I click that and I'll tap strafe left because it's mapped to my left on my D-pad, and my paddle on my right here is mapped to my down on my D-pad, which is again configured in this Steam configuration here to tap strafe right and tap strafe left. Once you see this down here in the bottom left corner, you see that it's connected to the D-pad. This is where you can click on this and you can go in and change these keybinds that you're going to set to each of your one D-pad button. So my one D-pad button I have set to, like I said, A and W. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go over here to binding. And what that it's going to do, it's going to pull up, select the binding. So I'm going to select A, I'm going to toggle multiple button. I'm going to turn this off. It's going to hit B, and then you're going to toggle this back on to toggle multiple button on, and it's going to have A and B like to be pressed whenever I hit my left on my D-pad. And then once I have that set, I'm going to hit back. And this is very important because you want to have the best tap strafe as you can, I guess you would say. So hold to repeat. You want to turn this from off to on, and you want to turn your repeat rate all the way up as max as you can. I haven't turned this down and adjusted it, but I have noted, I just know when I was learning that this needs to be all the way up, and that would give me the best results. And so again, you can repeat this for whatever other. So this is my tap strafe left, this will be my tap strafe right. I use down on my D-pad. So again, go in and click, you want to set as D, and then toggle multiple button off, pick W, toggle multiple button on, and then it will be set, and you hit back. And then what you do is you put hold to repeat on, repeat rate all the way up, and boom. So now that you have these set, you'll hit back and then you'll hit done. And as of right now, everything is set in Steam for you to tap strafe. So what we need to do now is load into Apex. Alright, so now that we are loaded into the firing range, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and I'm gonna show you some examples of tap strafe. So I have my little controller, and if you guys remember, I have my tap strafe for left set to left on my D-pad. So when I hit my paddle, you'll see the left on the D-pad on the controller. It moves left and forward. And then if I go right, tap strafe, right, and hit the paddle, it's going to be down on my D-pad. So then it's configured to that. So as you can see here, you're able to go out and tap strafe back, right? So if I don't touch the tap strafe, if I just try to do a flick strafe, for example, this is what I'm gonna get, right? So I'm turning my whole body. I'm not touching tap strafe. I'm just trying to jump and turn. You see where I'm at. I can't get around and back out around